and effects, that's
That's
damaging
why I
to the
don't
genre.
like.
'Cause,
I don't want to
yeah,
go on a Joker, but like that's why I didn't like. That's why utterly. When I first saw Joker, I was in a very bad state of mind. I hadn't started up the YouTube channel. I hadn't been writing that much. I was in a bad place in my life where I was constantly rewatching Taxi Driver and listening to Take Care, Drake, and XXXTentacion being utterly repulsed by the world. And then when I watched Joker, I was like, this is one of the best things ever created. And then about a month later, my life started to become a bit better, and I realized people shouldn't be applauding the Joker and saying it's just a mental health movie. It's just a mental health movie because it's
I think, yeah,
it's just like
yeah,
you're supposed to sympathize with him. I don't want to sympathize with him, and I respect the more mysterious approach to the Joker. Maybe that's just me forcing my opinion on the Joker out, but maybe there's a point of anti movies that I want to make. I don't like these like pro movies about people that become like mass murderers. I don't like that. I'm not saying that it becomes like too much of an effect on the real world, but it can become a little bit damaging and insensitive for people to be like applauding a movie where just a
it's
guy gets
yeah.
mad at the world and kills people. I don't know.
I think that these movies like Joker, Taxi Driver, all like have these subtle encouragements of this incel culture we find ourselves in. Where it's like, I'm a good guy. Why do these girls go for superior males that will treat them like dog shit?
Why
And
don't you
it's like,
like? It's just like, why don't you fucking work out a little bit, lose some weight, find an interest, then go find your girl or whatever.
these people think that they just deserve.
Or man for.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Female incels are probably a thing. I don't know if they actually are, but they probably exist. Out of 7 billion people, they're definitely a couple. And it's like these these whole like Joker is actually super deep and intellectual. It's about mental health. I don't think that's a good take on the Joker. I think the Joker isn't. It's not exactly what I would say dangerous. I would say it's damaging to these people with like these serious mental health conditions, and by showing it like this dude's crazy, he killed people. That's
Yeah.
not exactly accurate. When you're in a bad spot mentally, it
Mm.
feels like there's nothing you can do about it.
Facts.
And the fact that Joker doesn't actually, or you know,
Push
uh,
himself out of it.
yeah, he doesn't actually try and improve.
There's a difference, between Taxi Driver and Joker, though. Taxi Driver still deals with the themes of loneliness and not non-attention and not liking where the world is, but at least he tries and kind of sort of in a way fix himself. There's two what things that he does in Taxi Driver. He tries and fixes himself and sort of redeem himself in the bad thoughts that he's been having by saving a prostitute. He does that. But then there is a part where he decides to destroy the memory of somebody that rejected him and trying to kill a presidential candidate whom someone who is working for that presidential candidate is a woman who rejected him. So there is a half and half redeemability, and why, bro? Come on. And then there's also another half where you're like, okay, he's a little bit like, but with Joker, it's just like Todd Phillips. Me and Draven were discussing this. I don't know if you were at the sleepover, or the
I
sleepover
wasn't.
where we discussed Joker a little bit. Todd Phillips really just baited off of inspiration from um old 70s Martin Scorsese movies, The King of Comedy, Taxi Driver, and You Were Never Really Here with Joaquin Phoenix, another movie about a hitman who kills prostitutes, but he lives with his mother and is very lonely and depressed. And he really just baited off of a lot of 70s character-based crime dramas about lonely people and added the inspiration and then put on Instagram, and now all these 5 movies if you like Joker. You will like Taxi Driver, Nightcrawler, King of Comedy, and really just baited off of the nostalgia of Martin
Yeah, yeah.
Scorsese films. I don't know if you,
I think grouping those together is a bad thing
because they're so
because
unique.
Joker appeals to that little like Reddit niche of like those people that are like, man, I don't have a girlfriend. It's like my life is shit. Maybe I should look up to the Joker,
I don't want to
which is
brag. I don't want to brag, but
a
like,
bad
you know,
thing.
you get out of it. You get out of it, and you eventually
You
find a girl.
definitely do. You definitely do. It's like even if you're single, like I am, it's like I'm not in that headspace. I used to definitely be in that sort of headspace where it's like life is shit, everything's meaningless, and then you realize like, why am I thinking like this? This is just fucking stupid.
Yeah, you know, look,
Like,
you know, you can get out of it. Yeah.
yeah, definitely, and I think sort of um, Joker being the what it is as a sort of fake deep Reddit 100 wholesome big chonker sort of film,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's definitely tailored to that sort of audience, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I think calling it dangerous would be irresponsible. I just think it's so
Damaging, you were saying.
fucking catering.
Yeah.
It's so damaging to that genre of like film that's like this revenge story where this dude takes it out on the world. It's sort of, I wouldn't compare it to American Psycho, where I
No, no,
don't
no,
think
no,
that
no,
those.
no, no, no. American Psycho is not. He doesn't hate the world. He it's a. I would. What were you? All right, first of all, what were you gonna say? But like,
I wouldn't compare them to, but you can
okay.
see those subtle different, like the not so subtle Well, how would I say it? You can see the subtle similarities where it's like this dude feels so overwhelmed by things that he can't take it anymore, which is sort of a bad thing to show because you definitely can get help. Like there's therapists and
And
doctors for
but
mental
with
health and
American Psycho, he did
like
confess at the end.
but everyone took it as a joke, like haha funny,
Yeah,
and
but
then
the thing is
that's
about American Psycho is he can't handle his life, right? So then he takes that out on everyone else. But that was meant to be a sort of anti. It was almost like he was like a what's the word? He was like the movie created an archetype
mhm,
of the wealthy 80s businessman's and how
the yuppie.
they are figuratively they are murdering the poor and those who are less than them, and
Yeah,
they don't acknowledge or or they don't associate themselves with anything that could damage them or be of non-use to them,
like
and
like it's so materialistic.
it actually has good themes that were unique to the time that it came out. And but with Joker, it's just
It's
like
like
guy get mad at world, I will kill people. Like imagine if a
Todd
new wave of
Phillips saw.
filmmakers, imagine if a new wave of filmmakers were inspired by the Joker and just like what if the I don't know, this would anger me because I got in a state of mind where I would write these shitty films about people that were mad at what would happen around them and would just end up killing people, and then just nothing really fucking happens. Like, that's not inspiring to a new wave of filmmakers. And I feel like 2019 really solidified the balance of good independent cinema, like The Lighthouse and Uncut
Mhm,
Gems, and it really was the rise of A24 becoming mainstream films, but it
mhm,
also balanced and showed that um, blockbuster movies could actually be even more and even recognized by, actual award places. And I think that the only reason it won is because Hollywood and the people that voted for the Academy or Golden Globes or whatever the fuck, they felt bad that they had not given comic book movies recognition, and they knew that these stupid incels on the internet would hate
would have
Hollywood.
fucking would have fucking rioted if
Yeah,
Joker hadn't won an award.
exactly. You know, I don't know.
And I think looking at the world as like this place that needs to be changed in a radical way is such a shit way of thinking about advancing a plot to where the point of it's like really bad. You've seen these stories, like it's like, I hate everyone and everything. Why is everyone like this? So I'm gonna kill these like dudes. Why? It's such an unproductive way to try and change things. You know,
Yeah.
starting a hashtag, which of course wasn't around back when the Joker, but now especially, start a hashtag, share, talk to somebody about it.
Mm.
Small changes is what helps big changes start.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
the
all about
butterfly
ambition.
effect.
Ambition is not like one day you just fucking there. It's all about these small, well put out decisions that get you to that point, and we still have them coming. We and you, we're both like 16 or 15, whatever. Fuck, we're sophomores. We still got more future. We got future cool
Yeah,
decisions that we can make.
yeah, we got shit on deck.
Exactly. We have value. We try and find value. I don't know if you try and find value, but do you find value? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I understand, and it's such a backwards way of thinking that Joker, like I'm gonna do radical things because man bad, man on TV make fun of me
You
type.
can't look at things one way. If I were to look at things one way, I would just upload this podcast and not separate it into clips and upload it as separate clips on each topic,
Uh-huh.
as well as uploading it all together. Like, you can't look at things one way, and I feel like the Joker promotes looking at things one way.
Yeah, I think that's a good take on what the Joker does. And obviously, this isn't a Joker podcast, and
No. We're
but I
gonna.
think this is
I just kind of hinted at me splitting it up.
circling back.
No,
Um,
I'm gonna split it
but
into, the title's gonna be like Midnight Gospel review
slash
midsummer slash Joker is damaging slash, you know what I mean. I'm not.
yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
But also I think that maybe leaving this conversation uncut could be good. You know, I'm not telling you how to do it, but I'm just saying that
No, yeah, I
maybe.
do want to do it uncut. I'm gonna do it both. Uncut gems. The Mike Media Empire. Mike Media Incorporated.